Inside ArtsWest in West Seattle, you'll see lively productions just a few feet away from the stage, like The Last World Octopus Wrestling Champion by Justin Huertas. Or at least you used to see that here, before the COVID pandemic canceled everything.
I think we were all in total shock because it's just the last thing that we expected to happen.
Artistic director Matthew WRIGHT had just wrapped up months of rehearsal in mid-March for St. Joan, a George Bernard Shaw drama about Joan of Arc. That's when ArtsWest managers let him know a statewide ban on large gatherings would shut down the show hours before opening night.
That was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to tell them. It was heartbreaking for all of us.
Managing director Laura Lee soon determined the entire season would have to be canceled, a loss of 75% of the budget for this nonprofit theater.
So to have, a big, huge portion of your earned revenue wiped away is a big, staggering blow.
So how does live theater fight back? Welcome to Temporary Occupancy, a digital immersive performance from ArtsWest and a group called Diecast Philly.
With digital theater, it's like a lot of the rules have been reset.
That's Diecast co-founder BRENNA GEFFERS, a former classmate of Matthew WRIGHT's. And she says Temporary Occupancy is essentially a choose-your-own-adventure online drama.
All right, here we are.
Viewers click to see actors who've recorded their own COVID-compliant videos, then respond to chatbots asking questions. It's an innovation born from a global health crisis, a crisis that's forced theater artists and all of us into a challenging moment of self-reflection.
I think that the pandemic has given the arts a great gift by making us stop and making us question the core values of what we're doing.
GEFFERS says bringing two theaters from across the country to work together virtually was a major technical task. But that struggle to connect during a time of worldwide isolation is the underlying theme of this project, and it hits home.
And in some ways, this work can feel even more personally connected to our audiences than traditional work because it takes so much more to make in some ways. The stakes are a little higher.
Yeah.
Back in Seattle, the ArtsWest crew has set the stage to reinvent yet another theater tradition, the holiday musical.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. I've been thinking for a while about us now. In the little time we've been together, how can it feel like flying on the daily?
You're listening to a song from A Very Merry Crackin' Tea Party, another collaboration between artistic director WRIGHT and lyricist, writer, musician HUERTAS.
I'm excited that we're going to give them something that's slightly different than what they've seen before.
You and me together, we are meant to be. While I've never been in love with destiny.
The idea for the show started as a holiday sing-along, but HUERTAS asked WRIGHT if it could instead be a holiday sequel to his Octopus Wrestling Champion musical from the 2019 season.
He said, if you want to do that, you can do that. And I was like, cool, I want to do that. I want to do that.
Did you have any questions that jumped out at you when you read through it?
And that's where some hard work began, as WRIGHT and HUERTAS worked with an editor remotely to make this show come alive without a live audience.
What do we have left? The same things that we've been capitalizing on this whole entire time, which is the story, the characters, and the actors.
Actors like Rachel GUYER-MAFUNE, who starred in The Last World Octopus Wrestling Champion and Temporary Occupancy.
This is your first step on an unforgettable journey.
Add to that it's the holidays. Oh.
Now, in the Very Merry Crackin' Tea Party, she's hoping to give audiences the boost they need this winter and provide some hope for that unknown day when these seats will be filled again.
I'm just trying to keep the connections alive and make people happy. I want people to be happy when they see theater. We need something like that.
The creative team here at ArtsWest is well aware they could be facing some technical issues ahead.
But shutting down? Not a chance.
I've been waiting for the dream to start.
ArtsWest is dedicated to giving back to its patrons. 82% of them have continued to donate during the COVID closure, even as this cast and crew develops the work in progress known as virtual theater.
Theater people are just super resilient because nothing is ever perfect.
so, like, so close.
And I think that that's what drives us, is continually chasing this impossible perfection in the next project, in the next project.
A lot of us are evolving in a way that we never thought we would, virtually, digitally.
When we say that we are theater makers and that we want to hurl ourselves into theater, we're already taking a million risks.
You can say maybe my love is
But what is certain is that people will always have a need to connect by telling our stories, which means the show will go on, even when it seems like a pandemic wants to fade it all to black.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
That was a good ending.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattle.gov.